Good morning, Chattanooga. Yes, after 150 years of mail delivery 6 days a week, the U.S. Postal Service will stop delivering mail on Saturdays. Here's what you need to know about the change. The Postal Service will switch to 5-day-a-week delivery in August, but will continue to deliver packages on Saturday. The move is expected to save $2 billion a year. Saturday was targeted for the cut because it's the slowest mail delivery day, and most locals think the move is a good idea. In Chattanooga, the Shallowford Road Processing and Distribution Center has already made a list of mailing centers that may be closed in 2014, and R.J. Hoffman, Tennessee Vice President for the American Postal Workers Union, says that once the switch is in place, the likelihood that the Shallowford Center will close permanently goes up. He said Chattanooga's mail could be processed in Atlanta or Nashville instead. The East Ridge City Council will re-examine City Manager Tim Gobble's contract today. The meeting's agenda has set the rumor mill spinning and spurred heated exchanges between officials as city leaders and residents speculate what will happen to Gobble's position. Gobble, who did not return our requests for comment, has held the position since April 2011. 8 months later, the council unanimously decided to give him an $8,000 raise and extend his contract to April 2015. But over the last several months, the city manager has been the subject of growing criticism from city leaders. Recent controversies include Gobble's decision to hire a 19-year-old church friend for a position that more than 70 others, some with master's degrees, had applied for, dozens of lengthy and argumentative Facebook interactions with residents, and his discipline of the city's court clerks after he claimed they mishandled a robbery case in which his daughter was the victim. Councilman Mark Gravett said Wednesday that with all the controversy surrounding East Ridge, he believes it's time to go a different direction. The new $208 million Bledsoe County Correctional Complex is slated for a $30 million expansion before the first inmate has even moved in. The expansion will add 512 beds, bringing the number of state inmate beds in Bledsoe County to about 3,000. The facility was originally planned for this expansion, but the expansion was not included in the original project because the pre-planning phase began 8 years ago when officials were unsure they needed the extra beds. Next up, roughly 24 hours after a Fourth Hays State Prison inmate was killed, Georgia corrections officials have had the warden of the maximum security facility replaced. Clay Tatum had been warden at the Tryon, Georgia prison for 2.5 years, but with Georgia lawmakers and the media asking questions, and an Atlanta-based human rights group calling for an independent investigation, the latest killing was enough to warrant Tatum's removal. The change at Hays comes on the heels of escalating violence and security lapses inside the prison. Families of some inmates said they have felt forced to pay cash to inmates under the threat of violence to their loved ones. Locks don't work. Some guards as well as inmates say they didn't feel safe. Rick Jacobs, Field Operations Manager for the Department of Corrections, has been appointed acting warden, and Tatum will be reassigned. Jacobs said safety for the community and the prison is his first priority as acting warden. And finally, Von Bell knew his choice to become a Buckeye was going to ruffle some feathers, but in making the biggest decision of his life, the Ridgeland High School 5-star football recruit did the most basic of things. He listened to his parents.
When my parents and I and the coaching staff really sat down, I had to really block out everything because he said, this is where you go be at, not them. So, it really made it hard for me. It made it hard for them Vol fans. Those my guys up there. It's like family up there.
Bell ignored the pleas of friends, fans, and his own heart on National Signing Day when he chose to continue his football career at Ohio State. The top 50 national recruit chose the program over the team he's always rooted for, Tennessee, and the two-time defending national champion, Alabama. Bell said the decision was difficult, noting that the Volunteers were his second choice. He said new Tennessee coach Butch Jones made an impressive late push, but Bell has a plan and admitted that a major component of it is to have annual shots at winning a national championship. He just didn't believe the Vols can get to that level so quickly. I'm Harrison Keeley. For more on these stories and updates throughout the day, follow us on Facebook and visit timesfreepress.com.